Hi everybody, this is Robin Hyatt. I am going to do something different today. I had a Patreon subscriber ask me some questions about Jesus, and he wanted to know these questions. So I went for a walk today during the sun eclipse, sun moon eclipse, and I was actually able to see some of it. I didn't see all of it because we had a partially cloudy day here, which some of the clouds was hazy, so it allowed me to look up with sunglasses and see some of the eclipse. It was pretty amazing. It always just amazes me um, when certain anomalies happen, that you just feel kind of just in love with the world and all these things that the world offers us that are just anomalies, I guess. We are. I'm in Idaho, and we have like 75 degrees today, which is October 14th, and then we are going up to 80 on Sunday and 83 on Monday. Crazy fall, crazy warm fall, and then we're going to be in the 70s and the high 70s this week. So usually after not Thanksgiving, usually after Halloween, we start diving into um, cold weather and frosts and snow times. So I'm going to channel Mother Mary. As I was walking today, I was thinking about these questions and wanting to know who to channel. If Jesus wanted to come forward, Sananda, and it sounded like Mother Mary wanted to talk for him, in behalf of him, to answer these questions. I want to talk to you a little bit about who I am. I'm a little bit different of a psychic medium. I do have an Etsy store, Hyatt Books and, is it Books and, oh, hold on a second. So I have a Etsy store. I just changed the name of it, just opened it up to do readings, and it's on my website, my YouTube. If you go into, let's see, you go into About on the top part, and then you scroll down and you're going to see Patreon, then you're going to see the Etsy store link. It says my readings and more. It's Hyatt Designs and Books. And you can purchase readings from me there. And those are one-on-one readings. I do channeling on some of them. I post a video and send it to you. So, but if you ask me questions that are just of thought, something that might promote you intellectually, um, don't ask me for money or to pay me. I don't ask for money. I have a full-time job and I do this on the side. So if you wanted something personal, one-on-one, to help elevate you, I can do that. But if you just have questions of the universe, questions of life, not pertaining exactly to you personally, like this gentleman has asked me, I do it for free. Because not only does it promote me in thought, it allows everyone to learn from these questions. And so we have Mother Mary coming through to answer these questions. So I'm going to go one at a time and I'm going to have her answer them, and then I'll break out of the channeling and ask the next question. So the first question that he wrote is, how do you feel about the worship received by many in your name? And then he asked, actually a follow-up, let me go with that one. Is this appropriate, or should our worship be directed to God slash source? Many believe in your second coming, where you come back to gather your people in the last days by a rapture. Is this accurate, or is this misunderstood among the church? So let's cover the first one and then we'll go into the second one. How do you feel about the worship received by many in your name? Give me just a moment. I have come forward in the name of my Son. You have asked me these questions. How do I feel about the worship received by many in your name? In Jesus' name, my Son's name. My Son did not come upon this earth to be worshipped. So the word worship, we would like to expunge out of the statement. My Son came down upon this earth to teach, to guide, to love, to break the chains of man, to alter states of man's consciousness, to bring life to those who are dead inside. My Son touched many hearts with dignity, integrity, and spiritualism. He taught from the soul of God. Do not worship him, emulate him. Two different things that he has asked you to do. Yes, you love him, but emulate him. Learn of him. Do not worship him. So many things upon this earth have gone sideways. They have been misguided. They use my Son's name for their own promotion. So that's why we take the word worship lightly, because it's altered. It's altered by man. For many, for narcissistic tendencies, and for churches to build themselves upon the name of my Son, whom are not of my Son. They pretend to be, they profess to be, but they are not. So I admonish you at this time to ask me or my Son into your lives, not to worship him, but to learn of him. And as you learn of him, he will clear your soul. He will clear out your life. He will clear out your thoughts. And you will start to change unknowingly, just because you are searching for knowledge. You're searching for something more than yourselves, more than your society. Your society can offer you very little. My Son walked this earth. He planted his life here. He gave to you everything he had. Everything. Because it was time. It was time for man to change and grow. They were going sideways, and it needed to be corrected. Why do you think you are here? Why do you think God sent down his Son through me? His Son, who is him, the highest energy of all, walked among us, the man, the woman, the child, the infant, the animals. He was a gift. Not only was he a gift to me, he was a gift to you. Do not worship him. He does not ask to be worshipped. He is alive. He is here. He watches you. And those that call upon him and learn of his life, he walks with you. He pats you on the back, and he enjoys watching you. He watches the lowliest man rise himself up. Through him, the more knowledge you have, the more you will excel. I hope I answered this question well, that you may come to a conclusion of your own. You have many in your society that deny words from people like this, that are able to be seers and channelers and mediums. You deny them because you're scared of them, because you fear that they're bringing in something evil. Let me talk to you about this misplacement. Certain channelers, yes, if they do not live their lives appropriately, can bring in things. This is why you need to look for those that you have studied, that you know of their lives and their good deeds towards humanity, that they are giving, loving, and complete people, that they look upon God, they look upon the light, white light, and they are here to help humanity, not tell humanity what to do. Christianity is scared of people like this. But it's interesting that they judge people like this vessel, where those in Christianity can also bring in darkness. So it is a complicated question. And what it comes down to is, whom will you serve? You have to be complete in your service of God, of Sananda, of Jesus, my son. If you are in complete service, then your life will be accordingly, and it will be respected. And your light will shine. Your crown will be placed on your head, and you'll be blessed. That's all that Sananda wanted upon this earth, is to raise men's souls, to see their potential of life, of love, of compassion, of intelligence. Let's go to the next question. Is this appropriate, or should our worship be directed to God? Many believers believe your second coming, where you will come back to gather your people in the last days by a rapture. That rapture is a question mark. Is this accurate, or is this misunderstanding among the church? What church are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Jesus is not a church. Jesus was never a church. He never organized a church. Jesus is independent. Because every single person is different. You cannot congregate yourselves. You can congregate to help others, yes, but not to congregate to form one opinion, one solution through one church. Because you are too different. You are individual. Not two people are the same. They may have common denominators. But don't blind yourself to church, to religion. Jesus did not teach that. He taught of God, one-on-one relationship with God. Rapture is a question mark. It is how do I explain this to you? It is not going to be how you think it will be. It is written incorrectly. It is one sentence in the Bible that you misunderstand, and it was written and rewritten incorrectly. The rapture will not be just for the good upon this earth, because the earth will need the good. It will need the energy of the righteous, of those that believe upon my Son's name, will need to be here. God would not take the good people from the earth and just leave the corruptness. No. It may be just opposite of what you think, that the rapture will be for the evil, that they will be taken down. There is such a thing as hellhounds, and they will capture them and carry them to hell. That is a form of a rapture. Now, those that are of complete righteousness will be translated. They will not be raptured, they will be translated. For they will not need to go through the rest of the prophecy, because they have walked out of the prophecy and into the light. But you are needed here to strengthen the people, to teach the people, to love the earth, to love the people. Your energy cannot be taken off the earth. This is a misguided information upon you, and this is for you to believe or not. We give word. We give the good news. And it's for your mind, your intelligence, your heart to decipher if you choose to bring it into your soul or not. What you're seeing this day, this hour, upon your foreign lands, if you live in Israel, this is prophecy. Evil has risen there. It is a catastrophe. Evil has been loosed upon the righteous. Some of the righteous feel like they are, but many of those people, my people, have been misguided for years also. They believe that they are calling in my son, and they are pushing him away. Because there is choice still upon your earth. If every person in Israel gathers together and prays for the light of God to shine upon their lands, you will see a great change, that their people could be made strong, because God has touched their hearts. They have a history. Their history is twofold. Their history is of God. It is sanctioned by God. But also, they are misguided. And misinformed in certain areas of the sects of their religion. But I want you to know that they are loved. God loves every human upon this earth unless they have gotten so evil he cannot see them, so he cannot love them. So just know that those that are performing extreme evil, shock value to your soul. Look away. Yes, pray, be concerned, but keep in the light. Keep in the light at this time. Don't let the darkness come into your soul, into your family. Pray for the light to be upon those of good. What is the next question? From what I heard, you have had a great sense of humor when you walk the earth. My son enjoyed life. And when you enjoy life and people, you have humor, you have joy. Not in a way of teasing, but in a way of lightheartedness. Laughter is the best cure for your soul. He knew that laughter is one of the highest forms of God. Evil hates laughter, pure laughter, good laughter, loving laughter. There's many types of laughter, many types of good cheer, lightheartedness, joy. Humor is joy, but humor in righteousness, not in unrighteousness. Not in jokes that are demeaning. Everything is of the Godhood. And this is joy. Joy is a very pertinent word in the hereafter, because God wants us to discover joy. However you seem fit to put joy into your life. My son was here to teach many things. He was to promote many things of God. And joy was one. Many were too serious. Too many laws, too many rules, demeaning women, demeaning females. He needed you to understand equality, and that those that you suppress are the most righteous and loved by God. Men suppress women because they have something men do not have. They are a piece of God because they are creators of life. Men cannot do this. So men in certain sects of the world suppress the women, harm the women, rape and pillage the women. And this brings sorrow to God's heart, because he made them like him, a creator of life, to be respected, to be honored, and to find joy with them. Women or men are meant to have joy. It doesn't mean that relationships aren't hard. But if you can withstand the elements of society that control relationships, control your environment, and find joy within each other, that is the Godhood. That is the God code. That is success. of your soul as you promote another's soul through love and kindness and compassion and companionship. Next question. What gave you the most joy from day to day? What gave your son most joy from day to day? There's so much to answer on that. I am going to answer this in one segment. The most joy he had was with his companion, his twin. When they walked 2 by 2, side by side, they would walk alone. They would sit alone under the moonlight, and they would speak of things, miraculous things, things of not of this world, things of their memory, things that promoted spiritualism. They completed each other. That was his greatest joy. And they leaned on each other and their knowledge and their information. His greatest joy was looking into her eyes. He could see the depths of eternity there. The depths of complete trust. Through her eyes. He didn't have that with many people, but he knew his twin. The next thing he enjoyed was the waters. Gethsemane was his favorite place to reside, to speak to the kind people there. He loved the waters. They spoke to him. They cleansed him. They baptized him. They fed him. And he loved listening to the water hit the shore in its repetitiveness. It cleansed him. It gave him strength. And it was his Father speaking to him through the waters. What he did not like, which you have not asked, he did not like liars. He did not like fornicators. He did not like those that tried to fool him, taunt him. He did not have time for such foolery. You have to understand that my son was teased, lured by women and men all his life. He fought them off. He saw through them. Many of you are lured, are teased, and you understand the statement. But he stood his ground. He saw through it. He saw the evilness, taunt him, want him. It wanted him to fall. He looked into the hearts of those that came at him this way, such subtle ways too. Some were just misguided. And if he saw that their hearts were good and they were just misguided in their ways, he blessed them and he sent them on their way to sin no more. They did. I hope I answered your questions. My son loves all of you. He gave everything he had to you. I gave everything I had also. And I had to watch it all without any control, but just to love and try to understand God's will. I think that's what it comes down to for every single one of us, is just try to understand God's will. I know you have many questions, but it comes down to one thing, is your personal relationship with God. And my son, you are able to go through my son because he is God. So if you talk to him, pray to him, God knows you and loves you for trusting his son, because his son is him. They are equal. They are one, and they love you. Sananda has been in human form. Thus you're able to see him, feel him, and love him. God is energy. You cannot lay human eyes upon him. So thus you talk to his son, who can touch you, because he has been brought down in human form for many reasons. Many of you have sacrificed many things. Many of you in war are sacrificing many things. Be careful what you see. Understand that maybe this is not your war. If you are in other places besides where these wars are going on, it is not your war. Do not bring it into your heart or your soul. Be aware, yes. Be prepared, yes. But until it comes to your door, remain in a high energy. We need that. And pray always. Love always. And find joy with each other. Do not manipulate. Do not talk ill of each other or think of ill of yourself. There's no place for that here. Use your intelligence. Think before you speak. Think before you have actions. Think. Have boundaries. Have personal boundaries. And seek those that give you joy. And maintain that. I end this transmission.